The post-2023 election atmosphere had left the People's Democratic Party (PDP) badly fragmented, with unresolved leadership and hierarchical disputes. As things continue to fall in tatters for the party, what does the political future hold for the party, which once ruled the nation for 16 years, but had its 60-year dominance stream dashed by its misadventure at the 2015 elections? I'm delighted to have a PDP chieftain and a prolific publisher, Mr. Dele Momodu, join me on Arise Prime Time. Glad to have you join me on Arise Prime Time.
Good evening, and how are you tonight?
I'm good. I trust you're good too. Good to have you. All right, PDP imploding.
Thank you so much.
Good. PDP imploding, shooting itself in the leg, on the foot, its own worst enemy. What do you have to say to that?
Well, there's no question that we have a very, very big crisis in PDP at the moment. You can look at it from two different directions. One is internal and the other is external. There are people who lost the primary election in PDP in 2022 who are still sulking. They have not recovered from it. They are inconsolable, obviously. And the interesting thing is that they virtually moved to another party, but either they love PDP so much or they hate PDP so much, they are not able to vacate PDP. So that's one. So the other is that Nigeria is obviously moving in the direction of a one-party state. The ruling government, the ruling party of APC, is so scared of opposition that right now, crises are being, orchestrated from party to party, especially the leading opposition parties like PDP, like the Labour, like the NMPP. It's obvious what is going on. No one is in doubt about that. But how this will end, I have no idea. So we're watching.
Well, you don't want to name names?
Names of who?
Well, you talked about people who left your party, went to another party, and are dissatisfied and seem to be, I don't know whether you said causing the problem. So you have not named anyone.
I know. I mean, when I said people who lost election, I mean, the crisis started from the then governor, Nyesom Wike, who lost to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. It was hoped that he would be a running mate to Atiku Abubakar. That didn't happen. And I think that is where the problem started from. I'm a good student of history, so I like to situate things within historical context. So the crisis in PDP started from the moment Wike lost the primary and also lost the bid for the running mate. And when I say moved, I'm not talking about physically, but maybe spiritually. He's within the APC today, but he's yet to find the courage to physically join APC because he knows he will not be able to wield the kind of power that he wields in PDP right now, where his friends are holding sway, and he's encouraging them, empowering them to keep PDP under the water.
Okay.
I don't know for how long they will be able to succeed, but this is what is going on.
Okay. Well, looks like you're singing the same song as your National Publicity Secretary, Ologunagba. He calls it a third force, and he refers to APC as the third force. The thing is, Is this not an indictment on the party PDP's incompetence, lack of direction and unity?
No. If you have a government that is wielding all the state power against opposition, what can you do? Wike will not be that powerful if he did not have the backing of the ruling government. Everybody knows that. So the tragedy of it for me, as someone who had joined others in fighting for democracy in the past, is that we never envisaged a day when Nigeria will come under a civilian administration that will make it very difficult for opposition to thrive. Personally, I have nothing against the government of President Bola Tinubu, but I'm worried that as a man who made huge impact as a pro-democracy activist, it is obvious that his cronies are misbehaving all over the places and making it difficult for opposition to thrive. I remember under President Obasanjo, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu became our star. That's how he became a star, because he fought tooth and nail against that government. He spoke up, and we all supported him, and that is why I believe he got to where he is today. So he should just leave everything to God. He has achieved what Chief Abiola could not achieve. He's achieved what Major General Shehu Musa Yar'Adua could not achieve, what Chief Olufalaye could not achieve. It's only God that gives you power. So don't give up on that God that made you the president. So let others breathe. Don't worry if God says you will do 8 years. You will do 8 years. I personally don't have anything against anybody doing 4 years, 8 years, or whatever number of years they are able to do. But let us at least have a semblance of democracy. It is very important to me, and I'm praying that he will not waste this opportunity to deepen democracy in Nigeria. That's all. I'm not talking about the economy. I'm not talking about anything else, but I'm talking about the democracy that we all fought for.
All right. Well, some people feel that because you mentioned that it was when Wike, you're a good student of history, it was when Wike lost the primary elections that the problem with PDP started. But some are saying that that does not hold true. That it was the zoning arrangement that brought about that is the genesis or the root cause of PDP seeming implosion.
No. You see, a lot of people forget history very easily. Our party primary was thrown open. That is why someone like me was able to buy the form. It was thrown open, and the organizers of that event were very close to Governor Wike. And I will mention in particular the governor of Benue State at that time, Samuel Ortom. They threw it open. That's why everybody bought the form. So there was nothing wrong with the zoning of the party. If the party says everybody and anybody can run, and they ran, you cannot complain after accepting that decision.
Okay. Who is the national secretary of your party, Anyanwu or Udokwe?
I am not a lawyer. There are legal tussles still ongoing. So I would rather keep quiet till maybe the Supreme Court ruling on the matter. But my personal opinion was that if not for people who were deliberately orchestrating crisis in the party, there was no reason for my good friend and brother, Samuel Iwanyawu, to still be the secretary of the party because he got the ticket of the party to contest the gubernatorial election in Imo State. So you cannot hold, you know, the ticket of the party and then you are still the secretary of the party simultaneously. That didn't make sense to me. But you see, that is the tragedy of our situation right now.
There seems to be so many issues in PDP. For one, no NEC meeting for long now remains indefinitely postponed. Trustees board is proposing it must be held in February. Why has it been such seemingly impossible task for a party like PDP, leading opposition, to hold its NEC meeting? I mean, this is within the party.
Let me say, before I answer your question, that PDP is not synonymous with crisis. APC has its own humongous crisis. In fact, APC is the only government I know today that won election and they are still behaving like in opposition by blaming their immediate past president, Momodu Buhari. That's a bigger crisis for me. When every day and every time they speak, they are blaming the old man who has left power nearly 2 years ago, and they are in the same party. So that aside, PDP today is in crisis because, like a Yoruba saying, the witch cried yesterday, the child died today. Who does not know that it is the witch of yesterday that killed the child? It's as simple as that. There is nothing else to say more than the fact that the fear of PDP is the beginning of wisdom for APC, and everything will be done to intimidate, to bully, and to destroy and scatter PDP to the winds. And that is happening already.
I'm amazed that we keep hearing, one keeps hearing you talk about APC being the problem of PDP. Kwankwaso of NMPP says PDP is dead. Who is the party's leader in Rivers State?
Well, I don't know if NMPP is alive or if Labour is alive. So when people say PDP is dead, then at least some sympathetic undertakers at Wadata Plaza are still keeping it fresh via cremation. They are cremating it from time to time. They will tell you there will be a next meeting in October. October comes, they will shift it. It will be in February. February will come. They will find one flimsy excuse or the other also to make sure it does not hold. So it is the same sympathetic undertakers in Abuja who are pinning the PDP down on behalf of the ruling party. It's simple. And other parties are involved, not just PDP. You can see the crisis in Labour. You can see the crisis in NMPP and all of them. So NMPP. So it's nothing new. But my appeal is to the president. My appeal to the president is that you are a great pro-democracy politician. Power is not worth all this. Allow others to thrive. If they defeat you, fine. If they can't defeat you, everybody will go home. I believe so much in democracy, and I believe the president has the right to contest again. And if Nigerians feel he has performed, so be it. But if they think he has not performed, then, I mean, we can see what happened in America. Donald Trump was kicked out 4 years ago. He's back today as president. In Ghana, John Dramani Mahama was kicked out 8 years ago. today is back. So sometimes a woman has to test two husbands before she will know which one is better. So people have tested PDP, now they've tested APC. So let Nigerians be the judge, but I will be very excited to see a thriving democracy in Nigeria, because Nigerians suffered so much for this democracy. It didn't just come on a platter.
How can democracy really, you mentioned Nigerians, how can democracy really thrive when a party that held power for 16 good years does not seem to know how to get its house in order, and then the rest of the opposition parties don't seem to know their left from their right? So, I mean, people are saying opposition is practically dead in Nigeria.
You do not know the power of the ruling government in Nigeria. I've always said it. The president of Nigeria is the most powerful president in the world, not Donald Trump. People are already challenging Donald Trump. 4 days after, people are already challenging him. Tell me who is able to challenge a president in Nigeria today.
Is that not PDP's responsibility and the opposition parties?
Is he, my brother, please, let's not go there.
Why wouldn't we go there?
You understand this game very well. I am telling you, it is very obvious that look at the National Assembly, where you expect to find the separation of power. Everything is yes. So the judiciary is struggling to find its feet and to do things. At least they are trying now, and we are happy that we're making progress. But the next level should be the legislature, where you expect our leaders to be able to challenge the executive. But every day it is yes. And so...
And that's the cry.
Like I said a few days ago, it seems we have reached a dead end, and only a miracle can bring us back on the right track.
And that's really the cry, because the margin is not so far, but yet the opposition parties are not able to tame their members to be able to, give Nigerians, like I said earlier, a very right opposition. But let me say this: your acting national chairman, he says, if you suspend Wike, because some of us have wondered, where is Wike? Is he in PDP? Is he in APC? And somebody said to me that he took permission from your party to take the minister's position in an APC government. I don't know how true that is. You probably confirm it. But then when your acting chairman says, if you suspend Wike and he cross carpets to APC, how does that help the party? That seems like PDP has given up.
PDP has not given up. You see, me, I'm a part-time politician. I'm not a career politician, so I can speak freely. And I will speak freely. I will always speak freely. Even under military, we spoke freely. The man, the acting chairman, Damagun, knows why he's saying what he's saying, because he's part of that charade. He's part of it. And that's why they are keeping him there, to continue to frustrate PDP. So if he says, if you sack Wike, Wike is only one man. I mean, when we were fighting the military, I never heard the name Wike before, never. And PDP made Wike whatever he is today, everything that he is today. I like him. I was watching his projects on television even this evening, and I dropped my heart to him. I always say that. He's a good guy. But when it comes to anger management, when it comes to fighting his enemies, there is nobody Wike cannot insult. See the way he insulted an old man, like my big brother Adolphus Wabara the other day. If he's my father, I will disown him. How can any child say he will disown his father? It's a father who can disown a child, not a child disowning his father. So you don't say things like that. He has insulted virtually everybody because he did not get what he wanted. There's another day. He's a young man. I'm not sure he's even 60 yet. If he manages to concentrate on the assignments given to him, today is one of the most powerful ministers in Nigeria. And he knows the job. He knows how to deliver on projects. Let him just concentrate on it. Leave PDP alone. When some people were aggrieved against PDP in those days, you knew that even Atiku left PDP. Bukola Saraki left PDP. Tambuwa left PDP. So many top chieftains left. If they had destroyed the party, would there be any party for them to return to? That is why we are all watching now, sit down, look, that, okay, let them finish whatever they want to finish. By the grace of God, the maximum they will do is 8 years. So after that, what next? Can you believe that Buhari has already spent 8 years and is gone, and his own party now is attacking him? So it's not about how long you stay in power. It's how well. It's not about how long. So that's why I'm advising. A lot of people now who are goading Asiwaju on, he would think they love him. No, it's self-preservation. Because they lost out in one party, they ran to Asiwaju, and now they are using him as an umbrella when they should be holding the broom.
All right, just to...
That's what is happening. They are just using Asiwaju as their umbrella.
All right, just before we let you go, going into 2027, there seems to be a challenge of whether the PDP will adopt a South-South candidate. What do you have to say to that?
Well, I mean, as a Democrat, I don't worry myself about whoever is adopted. That will be the decision of members of the party, if the party survives till then. But from what I'm seeing right now, I don't think they are ready, especially our NWC. They are not ready. If I won't be surprised if they announce they are not interested in contesting the presidency in 2027.
Looks like
or they just go and bring one dummy.
Looks like you've given up too, from the way you're sounding.
No, I believe in miracles. I was born in an Aladura church. I'm a child of destiny and diversity. So I don't give up. I believe in God.
Okay.
There is nobody God created that God cannot handle.
Okay.
So that is why you see I'm so relaxed. I'm not bothered at all.
All right. We believe in miracles with you. We'll look forward and see what a miracle will happen in PDP. Yes. Thank you so much, Dele Momodu, for being on Arise Prime Time.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right.